Bangladeshi authorities turned back dozens of ISKCON members from crossing into India. Dozens of ISKCON members who possess valid travel documents were turned back on Sunday by Bangladesh's immigration police from Benapur border crossing when they tried to cross into India, a media report said. We consulted the special branch of the cops and received instructions from the higher authorities not to permit them to cross the border. Imtiaz Ahsanul Qadir Bhuya, officer in charge of the Benapur Immigration Police, was quoted as saying by the Daily Star newspaper. They had valid documents but were not allowed to cross into India. There is a concern rising over Hindus being targeted in Bangladesh. Hindu monks from ISKCON were trying to get to India with valid documents, but they were blocked in spite of the travel permit. Ashutosh getting in more details on that story this morning. Ashutosh, how are the cops there and the immigration authorities explaining this, given that the people who were trying to cross over to India had valid travel documents?
I think that there is no clearance, and this happens in the light of the Chinmay Das episode of last week, where several have been arrested, including 4 other monks, and these monks who associate the moment nearly 5,000 people have been named in the charge sheet as an accused, and especially from the Hindu community. While the investigation happened, so one reason that was being cited is that the investigation is on, and that requires clarity and a permission from the higher authority. And citing the absence of the permission from the higher authority, the immigration authorities, the immigration department at the Benapur immigration post refused their departure, and they were sent back. So the number stands 54 such ISKCON members despite passport and despite valid visa to travel India. They were refused to depart from Bangladesh.
You know, give us an idea about what India, if at all, can do about this situation.
In that case, we'll have to see whatever is unfolding in Bangladesh. It is actually their internal matter. So on a humanitarian, ground, and often anything unfolds in a neighboring country, any country would intervene in a way, can only, send a letter to authorities or issue a statement. And often we see whenever something happens in the neighborhood, India always issued a statement, always request the authorities to take preventive steps to ensure safety and security of the citizens of all the national lives. This is a duty. The government is a duty bound to protect their civilians, their nationals and their citizens. But beyond that, there is hardly any better way that India could do. Diplomatic way is the only approach that, there could be only talks, and on a humanitarian ground you can offer help. But beyond that, there are always restrictions, there are always limits for any foreign government to intervene in someone's internal issues that is unfolding.
I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. Ashutosh Mishra getting us up to speed with those details.